Okay guys, we're gonna try and do this all in one take, but I'm finally getting around to making a video on my Vietnam War collection. As you guys have seen from my videos, I'm sure you're curious about all the gear that I have. Now, don't roast me in the comments. 100% of this gear is not accurate. It's the best I have. It's what I can afford. So don't roast me, but this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start from this side and work our way down, from weapons to personal gear, all that stuff, and helmets. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start at weapons. So up here, I have a representation of a 45 in one of the leather style holsters. This is my service model 1911. It's actually loaded with hollow points right now because I do carry this one. But so this one's real, this one's an airsoft. Next you got the 30 carbine, which is set up with a jungle tape, jungle magazine. So this is a reputation of very early war. You would have seen like ARVN troops and stuff carrying this, some advisors. I mean, occasionally they would sneak in the late war, but not too many of them. Right here, this is a bandolier full of 15 round magazines for 30 carbine. It's just a bandolier. Here's an example of just a 30 carbine magazine by itself. And down here we have an M1 Garand carried by ARVN troops in the beginning, and sometimes in the later stages of the war, but not commonly seen towards the end of the war. This is a modern day shotgun. Just I figured it'd be a good representation of just like some kind of shotgun. Some troops would carry shotguns for like breachers. I know there's a famous picture of a radio man that was carrying a shotgun in Vietnam. So there's that. And we got two examples of the M16A1 here, one with a 30 round magazine and one with a 20 round magazines. Both were seen in service. 30 round magazines were more common towards the end of the war, started issued after 1969. So you wouldn't see them too much, and usually only troops would have about one. All right, so moving up here next to a set of web gear. That's a old 36 belt with M56 pouches, and we have a World War II fighting knife right here, because some guys would just carry K-bars or fighting knives and stuff like that. This is actually a compass pouch where they use it for first aid. There's a bandage inside this one, canteen cover, butt pack. Not everyone will wear them, but there is a butt pack here. So I made this for my Marine impression. You guys saw this in my video the other day. And this is a 1945 dated entrenching tool inside one of the 56 pouch cases. Kind of transitional from Korea. Here we got the Cochrane jump boots. So early war, kind of standard issue. Regular black jungle boots. And then two different versions. One's original and one is a reproduction. Two versions of jungle boots right here. And then for what you're going to see here a little bit later, I have some radio wire for Angray 39 ground radios, which I'm using as a man pack right now in this rucksack, because I don't have a man pack, but they suffice for now, and they were technically used in Vietnam. So I'm going to show you through the different rucksacks here. So this is just kind of set up as an RTO. Got a hand mic, got the whip antenna, got a machete, and a 1-quart canteen. This one's just a very basic loadout with a 2-quart canteen hung on by some clips. And I know these are not technically correct. These are Alice pouches, but it's the best I got right now. So I just kind of set them up for Vietnam Patrol, use it as a late war rucksack. Now on this one here, it's just 2 canteen covers and a Claymore hand switch, Claymore detonator. And then on this one, this is usually my rucksack for the videos. This has a 2-quart canteen in the cover, and got a E-tool case right here, and just kind of some clips back here to put extra stuff on, like I've strapped radio wire and stuff to that before. All right, so moving over, I have a this is one of the signal illumination flares. This is actually a real one that is live. ATF, don't come look for me. So this is an M1952A flak vest. They were first used in Korea towards the end of the war, but troops would be seen carrying these into Vietnam, and some Army units, some Marine Corps units even got a hold of them. 2 lemon grenades on the grenade loops, because this flak vest would have grenade loops. I have a smoke grenade on this side with a flashlight, a little American flag, and this is set up for my Marine Lance Corporal impression that I used in the video the other day. The reason why troops like this, especially tankers, is because they did not have a collar, and because the collar would get in the way of the CVC for tankers. So that is why this flak vest was appreciated. Moving down here, got 2 ammo bandoliers. I would just fill these with 20 round magazines. That's what they're filled with. So troops would carry these as extra ammunition. Sometimes late war, you'll see them ditch web gear and just wear these. So we'll get to some other web gear here. So this is a World War II Korean War era, just M1 Garand cartridge belt. with the post-war bayonet, which you would see some ARVN troops wear, and even some Marine Corps troops would have like the old 36-45 suspenders still under their body armor with their web gear. Over here, this is some M56 gear and like some like third pattern, second pattern. These are 68 dated 20-round magazine holders, so these are kind of in that transitional phase that they would have. So, and then I got a butt pack set up, and then 2 canteens, of course, and a first aid pouch right here. Now this is my web gear right here. I have my bayonet for the M16. I know she's a little rusty, but that goes in there. I have a leather holster for my 1911. This has the 20-round magazine gear holder on them on a 56 belt with a butt pack, 2 canteens, and we'll get into this in a minute, but this is a jungle first aid pouch. We'll discuss that here in a second because I have one that's out of the container. And then right here, this is actually a compass pouch with a lens-added compass for land nav, because this will be for my captain impression. And right here, I know these are technically not accurate, but it's the closest you can get because they're really hard to find. This is Alice gear, but you would see Marines in the fall of Saigon carrying the transitional gear, the LCE gear, into the Alice gear, and they would have these like in the fall of Saigon. So that is what these pouches are here representing. This is also a early war cartridge belt with a 45 data canteen, 2 15-round magazine carbine holders, a old first aid kit from World War II, and a 56 style pistol holster for your 2 pistol mags. Okay, so we're gonna move to the right side and get into like some personal gear, weapons, helmets, equipment, stuff like that. So we got a machete right here. We got all different sets of OG 107 OD green fatigues. This one has a PC and a boonie cap. My ERDLs are set up for 101st Airborne late war, so I got an ERDL boonie. These are the green dominant, and you have a brown dominant pair right here, more like for Marines or kind of other impressions for late war. So those are uniforms that we got. We got a machete right here, 2 different belts. So we have this map case set up with a kind of a bandana pressure bandage in there. They would sometimes throw stuff like that in there. This is one made into a bandana. Here we got a 5-quart canteen bladder, which these were actually used towards like the later stages of the war. And now how I was going to talk about the jungle first aid kit that was on my belt. So that's kind of set up for late war. This is one completely taken out of the box. So they would have this little plastic case. Obviously this isn't Vietnam era, but it's 01 dated. But you would see them with the snaps like this and the nylon fabric. After about 1969, they started getting issued these. They weren't too common, but you could have them. You would see Marines with them, like Fall Saigon, stuff like that, and carried into like the 70s and 80s. It's got a bunch of Band-Aids in there, water purification tablets. You can see that right there. Pill bottles, Band-Aids, pressure bandages, a bunch of pressure bandages, and even this like Army issued chapstick, which is kind of cool. I got another hand mag right here. This is an M17 gas mask case with a prop gas mask in here. Here are 2 of the Ann Gray 39 ground radios, which is what that spool of radio wire was for. I'm using one as a man pack right now, but these would be used like in like fobs and stuff in Vietnam. Just regular OD green issued socks, a tan t-shirt, or one of my old Army t-shirts, so just I use those. Then white t-shirts, got plenty of those. I just put 2 here for an example. Got some cat eyes, and you have the dust goggles. These are 74 dated, so technically not period, but Fall of Saigon kind of time period. Here's one mint in box, still with the dark lenses. So these ones are still in the box. Now I got 3 representations of helmet covers here. You have the frog skin, which is very rarely seen, but sometimes you can see them in like Quay City and stuff. Marines would be using like the frog skin or the mosquito net camouflage. Helmet covers, ERDL, not commonly seen, but there were some every now and then, and the regular Mitchell pattern. So I got 4 helmets here. So we're gonna take a look at this one first. Have my Vietnam dated CVC. So that's a tank crewman's helmet. I have 3 different helmets here. One set up for my captain impression, other just like for some regular infantry guys with a 20-round mag, a Zippo lighter. My helmet has some toilet paper rations on it. So yeah. Get some more personal items here. Just got some lighter fluid. My actual dog tags that I wore, I just use them for props. A brush for like cleaning your weapons. This may look flashy, but they would have watches like this because towards late war they didn't really care and would go on patrol with wearing flashy stuff like that, or McAfee SOG and things like that. US Army tape, and I took some kind of my retro sunglasses to kind of fill in some space here. And then, well, you may say a Bic lighter doesn't look period accurate. Well, the Bic lighter actually history lesson came out in 1973, so you could have seen these in the fall of Saigon. You could be some guys that had them, so that's why I put it here. Not commonly seen in Vietnam War pictures, but hey, I decided to throw it in there because why not? So get one last look at the entire collection. And this is all my Vietnam gear. Hope you guys enjoyed. So I'm recording this a little bit after I finished the video, so I remembered a couple things to throw on. I threw down my Winston cigarettes because they had Winston. Those were created in 1954. They're just, I put these smokes in my helmet and I actually smoke them now. Here we got a mess tin, 45 dated. You got the tool, you got the fork and the spoon for the inside. So just like a basic mess kit, just thought I'd throw that in on the personal gear side. But other than that, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. All this stuff was also put on top of an ERDL blanket, and then this is a shelter half that all the personal gear is underneath or on top of right now. So this is a 70s dated shelter half and a ERDL Whoopee blanket. So all kinds of cool stuff for the collection.